Leonardo da Vinci. Learning never exhausts the mind. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink, but they whose heart is firm, and whose conscience approves their conduct, will pursue their principles unto death. Where there is shouting, there is no true knowledge. The human foot is a masterpiece of engineering and a work of art. Nature is the source of all true knowledge. She has her own logic, her own laws, she has no effect without cause nor invention without necessity. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. It's easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. The beginnings and ends of shadow lie between the light and darkness and may be infinitely diminished and infinitely increased. Shadow is the means by which bodies display their form. The forms of bodies could not be understood in detail but for shadow. Blinding ignorance does mislead us. Oh, wretched mortals, open your eyes. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. A beautiful body perishes, but a work of art dies not. Intellectual passion drives out sensuality. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor who boards ship without a rudder and compass and never knows where he may cast. Our life is made by the death of others. You can have no dominion greater or less than that over yourself. In rivers, the water that you touch is the last of what has passed and the first of that which comes, so with present time. Men of lofty genius when they are doing the least work are most active. There are four powers: memory and intellect, desire and covetousness. The two first are mental and the others sensual. The three senses, sight, hearing and smell cannot well be prevented, touch and taste not at all. Every action needs to be prompted by a motive. Science is the captain, and practice the soldiers. Art is never finished, only abandoned. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. Marriage is like putting your hand into a bag of snakes in the hope of pulling out an eel. Poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. All our knowledge has its origins in our perceptions. Where the spirit does not work with the hand, there is no art. Why does the eye see a thing more clearly in dreams than the imagination when awake? Anyone who conducts an argument by appealing to authority is not using his intelligence, he is just using his memory. Just as food eaten without appetite is a tedious nourishment, so does study without zeal damage the memory by not assimilating what it absorbs. People talk to people who perceive nothing, who have open eyes and see nothing. They shall talk to them and receive no answer. They shall adore those who have ears and hear nothing. They shall burn lamps for those who do not see. Experience never errs, it is only your judgments that err by promising themselves effects such as are not caused by your experiments. Human subtlety will never devise an invention more beautiful, more simple or more direct than does nature, because in her inventions nothing is lacking, and nothing is superfluous. Knowledge of the past and of the places of the earth is the ornament and food of the mind of man. For, verily, great love springs from great knowledge of the beloved object, and if you little know it, you will be able to love it only little or not at all. The function of muscle is to pull and not to push, except in the case of the genitals and the tongue. As every divided kingdom falls, so every mind divided between many studies confounds and saps itself. Motivational quotes, Leonardo da Vinci. We hope for your support, in the form of likes and comments. Thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe.